well. It was really good to see Taylor. It's just a little strange, you know? It's like I kept wanting to touch her, just to make sure it was really her.
Huh. Yeah, well, she'll probably be getting a lot of that.
Thorne and Darla are gonna come over tonight, and I'm sure Thorne is gonna want to hug her like a million times. I can't wait to see the look. I mean, I can only imagine the look on Dad's face when he sees her for the first time.
Does he know she's alive?
No, he's gonna be shocked, overjoyed. Everybody in our family is so happy, except, you know, maybe one person.
Yeah.
You know, Mom is trying to be so gracious. She really is, but her whole world has been turned upside down. She's gotta be freaked out. I mean, of course she is. I would be too.
Well, you don't have to be. Because you don't have anything like that to worry about.
I know, I feel so safe and secure in your arms.
Good.
You know, this is what Mom really needs. With everything else that's up in the air tonight, she needs her husband. She needs to be in Ridge's arms, maybe more than she ever has.
Sorry that I took so long. It's just I dropped my compact and, Oh, your father and Bridget left.
They get tired of waiting for you. How convenient.
Oh, you think that I stayed behind on purpose?
Don't get yourself caught in a tough card game, Mother, because you've got a bad poker face.
Okay. But I am a good prognosticator. I told you it was an omen.
What was an omen?
That scream that interrupted your wedding.
I knew you would do this again. I knew you would.
Bricky, you think about it. That was Taylor. She was crying out for help. Ridge's wife. I mean, it was as if she was saying, don't do this. Don't go ahead with this marriage.
You can't be serious. You can't tell me you really believe that.
I believe things happen for a reason. Taylor showing up when she did kept you available.
But, Mother, I'm not available. Now, even though Bridget and I don't have a legal contract, we are husband and wife in my mind.
Up here. But what about in here? Who are you pledged to?
I just told you.
Well, don't tell me, all right? Tell yourself, and you be honest. Because this is your chance, Nikki. Yours and Brooke's. Don't turn your back on it.
I've heard what she's had to say. But it doesn't change anything. Mother! It doesn't change anything! Doesn't change anything. Oh, you're back.
Yeah. I didn't like the way we left things.
Are you here to apologize or dig yourself an even deeper hole?
Actually, I came to explain.
Please don't.
Bricky, you've got to believe me. I don't have anything against Bridget. I want what's best for both of you.
We can make our own decisions, Mother.
Well, you can't make an informed decision if you don't have all the facts. Nikki, please do her a favor. Do yourself a favor before you rush into this marriage again. Think about what you had with Brooke, what you could have again if Ridge reunites with Taylor. Look, I know that you and Bridget have shared some really wonderful, wonderful moments. But you've got to ask yourself, Nikki, is there magic? Is there magic like you had with Brooke?
I am not going to compare what I have with Bridget to what I had with Brooke.
Because it doesn't compare.
Doesn't work that way for me, Mother. When are you going to get that?
Look, I understand that you and Bridget are very happy together. But if you marry her, Nikki, knowing that there's even a chance this could be a mistake.
But it's not a mistake.
Yeah, well, it would be if you woke up one morning and realized you were still in love with her mother.
You agreed to let this go. Do you remember? You
Yes,
agreed that you would...
I did, before I realized that Ridge is still married to Taylor.
Well, that doesn't mean he's going to end up with her.
Well, Stephanie thinks he will.
Stephanie, so she's got her big nose in this too now.
She knows her son better than anyone, and she says that he wants Taylor.
Oh, please, Mother. It sounds like you're both a bit twisted in the head.
I just don't want anything bad to happen to Brooke. That's all. I want her to have the life she deserves with a man she can depend on. A man who will put her first.
Mother.
If you marry Bridget, Brooke will have no one. Ridge will go back to Taylor, and Brooke will be completely alone. Brooke is going to need you, Nicky, more than she ever has. This has got to be excruciating for all of them, but especially for Brooke. I mean, she has invested so much of her life in Ridge, and she thought she could finally stop looking over her shoulder, stop questioning his devotion to her.
She can.
You sure about that, are you? Yeah, you're not in the least concerned? Nicky, you promised Brooke that if Ridge ever made her cry again, you would be there for her. You gave her your word. Well, I'm telling you, there is a very good chance that those tears could start falling as soon as tonight.
Stop it.
Nicky,
I don't want to hear it,
just-
Mother. I don't want to hear it. Not another word.
There's just one more question. Are you annoyed with me because I'm wrong or because you know I'm right? I know you've shared some wonderful moments with Bridget, but honey, you have to ask yourself, is the magic there? The magic you had with Brooke?
It's hard to explain to somebody that's temperamental and unpredictable, but at the same time, when you feel something that's real and you feel something that's honest, you just... I don't know. Just the thought of her sort of makes my heart race. You know that feeling?
Sounds like somebody you might want to settle down with.
We already have.
You have?
Yeah. There's nothing that'll ever come between me and the sea. Don't you get it, Brooke? You're the sea to me. Hello.
Nick? I was looking for Bridget.
Oh, well, she left her phone over here at the boat.
Do you think she's on her way back to the house?
Well, I don't know, maybe so. Everything okay? Brooke, are you okay?
I just really need to talk to Bridget.
Well, why? What's happened? I want you to tell me if something happened. Did something happen with Forrester?
Ridge and I aren't sharing a room anymore. He offered to stay in the guest room, and I said I'd go instead.
Well, why do either one of you have to go anywhere?
Because Thomas was upset. He didn't think it was fair to his mom that Ridge and I were sharing a room.
Well, I don't think it's fair to you that you don't have your room.
I know, but he was just sticking up for his mother.
Well, Forrester should stick up for you. Damn it. How many times is this guy gonna do this? How many times is he going to let you down like this?
You think he's going to choose Taylor, don't you?
I just know I can't stand to hear you like this.
Heck, he is going to come back to me. As much as he and the children miss Taylor, I am his wife now. We are a family. And he isn't going to forget that.
Well, don't you forget what I promised you.
I didn't mean to get you involved. I'm sorry.
You don't have to ask for my help. I'm there if you need it.
Thanks.
Now you hang in there, sailor. And remember, whatever you need, I'm there. Always.
Always?
Always.
Brooke slept with Nick the day after she thought Richard died?
Yes. I've watched her humiliate this family time and time again, and she's never paid the price.
I never claimed to be a saint. I'm a human being who's made mistakes.
Would sleeping with Nick, would that be one of the mistakes you're talking about?
Is that what happened? You slept with Nick?
No, that's not how it was. It's not how Mother's making it out to be.
Stephanie's just filling your head with lies.
Lies? You didn't sleep with Nick?
Oh, damn it, Mother. She thought I had died, Taylor. She was vulnerable. She was overcome with grief. And then along comes my dear brother, Nick.
Next thing you'll be saying is he took advantage of her.
You're damn right he took advantage. He knew how fragile and vulnerable she was.
What, are you saying Brooke was...
I'm saying Nick never should have done that. He was wrong. He never should have laid his hands on my wife, is what I'm saying.
But you didn't discourage him, did you, Brooke? You'd have Ridge believe the other, wouldn't you?
When are you going to stop blaming me for everything that's ever happened in this family? Yes, I screwed up. And yes, I followed my heart when I shouldn't have. But I never meant to hurt the people that I love.
I hadn't really decided when I start seeing patients again. Although there is some research I'd like to do. I'd like to figure out
What kind of a woman sleeps with her husband's brother the day after she thinks he's died?
I thought you said last night that you weren't going to get into that.
I said that I felt comfortable with whatever decision Rich would make. That's what I said. But it doesn't mean I condone the things you've done. You know, I've studied all kinds of sexual disorders. But in all the time that I've done that research, I have never come across this particular pathology. I don't know, maybe you could shed a little light on it for me. Maybe you could tell me how it is, you know, thinking that your husband had just died, you can become aroused by his brother.
I wasn't aroused in the foundry.
Then what happened? Ridge seems to think that Nick's to blame. Is he? Is Nick some kind of deranged sexual predator who took advantage of you when you were most vulnerable?
No, Nick is not deranged.
Well, that's a relief, seeing how he's about to marry your daughter. So, if Nick is not responsible for this, then who exactly would be? I don't know, could it be you?
No one is responsible, Taylor. It's not a matter of blame.
This is what really disturbs me about you, Brooke, okay? No matter what has happened, no matter who gets hurt, no one is to blame, especially not you. The only problem with that kind of logic is that it leaves no reasonable explanation, okay? I would really love to hear one. I would really love for you to tell me how this whole thing happened.
We've had our tiffs before. What we disagree about right now is her mother's place in Ridge's life. But we're all entitled to our opinions, aren't we?
Absolutely. I understand you're taking the side of the ex-dead wife.
Well, of course I would take Taylor's side. Why wouldn't I?
Come on, Stephanie. You really don't want to start a fight with me too, do you? So I'm gonna do it smart and I'm gonna go right back out that door.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. Just speak your mind.
I don't have to speak my mind. I think that you know how I feel about this.
No, I don't.
I've always wanted Brooke to be happy, and I still do. But this isn't my decision, Stephanie. This is your golden boy's choice. It's just sad that two women have to stand around while he decides which one he loves more.
I think the choice is obvious.
Well, so do I. I think it's Brooke. And that shouldn't come as a surprise to you or anybody else.
Might come as a surprise to your mother. Jacqueline seems to think that you would be better off if Brooke were available. Is that true?
I don't see any reason to go over this all over again.
Well, I think there's a very good reason. I'm trying to understand how you can hurt a man you say you love so deeply.
Ridge has forgiven me. That's all that matters. Don't you see what Stephanie's doing here? She's digging up my past to try to come between us. I accepted you, Taylor. I welcomed you into this home. You thanked me for raising your children. Now, do you think I would really be the monster that Stephanie's making me out to be if your children loved me so much? We need to focus on the children, not on Stephanie. And you, of all people, I thought would recognize that.
I do recognize that. But I still can't ignore the fact that in a time of terrible grief, you made a choice to sleep with your husband's brother. I mean, how many other horrible choices were you making in front of my children while they were watching you like a role model?
How can I explain to you what happened when I don't even understand it myself?
Okay. I'm here. We might as well get into it. Just don't bring my mother up. And I know she came to you. I know she came to you to form some strange alliance against Brooke, but she's out of line.
I told your mother to take a hike, but you have to admit one thing. Your mother knows her son, just as I know mine. He's going to choose Taylor, and that means that Brooke is going to be available.
There are three things here, Stephanie. First of all, I'm getting married. Secondly, it's going to be to Bridget. And third, you said you asked me over here to offer me your home? That's a bunch of crap. That's not why you asked me here. You asked me here to dangle a little carrot in front of my nose named Brooke to see if I had any lingering feelings left for her.
Don't keep your head buried in the sand, Nick.
Thanks. I'm marrying Bridget, and my feelings for her or her mother are none of your concern.
You're right, they're not. But they are your feelings, and you need to take them seriously. You don't want to get married and then discover you married the wrong woman.
I appreciate your ability to let go of these negative feelings. I really do. But still, I worry that you might be setting yourself up for it to happen again.
If I thought for a second that Nick still had feelings for me, I would call off the wedding myself.
We have all talked about this. I know Nick loved my mother once, but now he's in love with me. Nick is a man of his word. I trust him.
Well, I'm happy to hear you're so secure about Nick. I mean, I wouldn't even bring it up if I weren't concerned for you, Bridget.
Oh, I have complete faith in both my mom and the man that I'm going to marry. We all lived through the pain of what happened before. We know better than to ever let anything like that happen again.
It would never happen anyway. Ridge and I are married now, and we have a child. We have a family that I never plan on leaving. And Nick has made it very clear that his feelings are for Bridget now. I would never get in the way of that.
So you're sure that Nick is the right man for you?
Taylor, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind.
Nick, if you have any doubts about this marriage to Bridget, you had better face them now. I mean, why are you rushing into the marriage when you know Brooke might just be available?
You sound confused to me, Stephanie. This isn't about my decision. This is about your son's decision. He's married to Brooke. They have a commitment. They have a child, and you act as though he's just going to walk away from that as though it means nothing.
That commitment and that baby is exactly what Brooke is clinging to. And I'm telling you, she's going to be in for a big disappointment. And when it comes, she's going to look to someone for comfort, and I think she's going to turn to you, Nick.
Well, I'll be just fine, because I'll be there for her. As a friend.
Friendship is not what she's going to come looking for.
I think you're wrong.
You're a man that sees things as they are, Nick. You know what I'm saying is true. Ridge isn't the only one that has a decision to make here. You had better think long and hard about this. I hope that your answer is Bridget. And I hope that you love her as much as you say you do. Because if she were to lose you after everything that she's been through, it would be devastating. But I would rather have her lose you now than after a marriage and maybe the start of a family, and you wake up one morning and you walk out of the house because you have discovered that you really do have feelings for her mother. You have a decision to make. And you better make the right one before it's too late.
My relationship with Bridget and Brooke is my business. Not yours, not my mother's, mine.
When it affects my family, it becomes my business.
Well, I don't see it that way.
Nick, I don't want to fight with you.
Just a friendly warning.
You and Brooke are very good friends. Some people might say too good.
I think I'd best leave.
Nick, Brooke is very fortunate to have you. You've been her biggest supporter, and that's wonderful, because she's going to need you now more than ever.
Now. Because Ridge is going to leave Brooke for Taylor.
You see it coming too, don't you?
No, actually. I don't see things the way you do, Stephanie. I really don't see how any man could actually leave Brooke.
Is that why you went to Ridge to plead her case?
I went to him so he'd make the right decision and think clearly, without anyone running interference.
He's going back to Taylor, no matter what I say, no matter what anyone says. And I just want to minimize the pain for everyone.
Oh, I see. So in actuality here, you're looking out for Brooke's best interest. Is that what I hear you saying? Is that what you're doing?
Yes. Why aren't you looking out for her best interests and the best interests for her children? If you really want to help her, Nick, don't encourage her to stay in this marriage.
You're causing my daughter a lot of stress at a time that should be the happiest time in her life.
But that is nothing compared to the stress she could feel down the line if she marries my son now.
So you're doubting your son's devotion to my daughter?
Nicky loves Bridget.
That's all that should matter, Jackie.
There are many different kinds of love, Eric. We both know that. Yes, Nicky cares for Bridget, but what he shared with Brooke, what he still shares with Brooke, that is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of love, and that doesn't just go away. Nick buried his feelings because he had to, but they're still there. Every time he looks at Brooke, plays with her kids, I just see it in his eyes.
It's called friendship, Jackie.
The foundation of something much, much deeper. Eric, a mother knows these things. I know my son. That is why I'm trying so hard to protect Bridget from being...
Look, Bridget is a grown woman, all right? She's an astute young woman. She doesn't need your kind of protection.
Doesn't she? If Ridge does reunite with Taylor, then Brooke is going to become available again.
And so your son is just going to abandon my daughter? That's absurd.
Don't underestimate Brooke and Nick's history.
Well, that's exactly what it is, Jackie. It's history. Brooke had the opportunity to be with Nick, and she wasn't interested.
Yeah, you're right. But that's because she was clinging to that absurd notion that Ridge is her destiny.
Just like you're clinging to the absurd notion that Brooke is your son's destiny.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we? Because once Ridge
Jackie?
is out of the picture...
Jackie, Nick has moved on, even if you haven't. Nick is committed to my daughter.
Nick committed to Bridget because he thought that Brooke was lost to him.
My daughter assures me that Nick is over Brooke.
Ridge and those children mean everything to Brooke. For God's sake, she has fought heaven and earth to have a life with your son.
It wasn't meant to be. When you see Ridge with Taylor, you'll understand. In the end, someone has to leave the house.
Well, that ball's in your son's court.
It could be Brooke's decision.
Her decision to leave him?
It would be the best thing that she could do for herself.
Please.
I know my son. I know what he's got to do and what he's going to do. And Brooke has just got to face it. You know, she has it within herself to walk out of here with dignity. I know she does because I've seen her make the tough decisions when it comes to business.
Well, then you know she's the type of woman that's not going to give up very easily.
This could be her shining moment, honey. Doing what's best for her children. Keeping everything and everyone on good terms. And you could be a real friend here, Nick. Getting her to understand what's really happening. Getting her to accept the idea that she needs to walk out of Ridge's life with her head held high.
Jackie, even if Nick were still harboring feelings for Brooke, which he's not, obviously, because he's committed to marrying my daughter, do you honestly think that Brooke would swoop in and steal the man my daughter loves?
Brooke's a woman who follows her heart.
Well, her heart lies with her children first and foremost. She would never crush her daughter like that. The fact is, Brooke is thrilled for both of them.
Yes. A little too thrilled, don't you think? I mean, considering that this is a man that she was seconds away from marrying.
Well, she didn't, because Brooke didn't love Nick that way.
Or is it because she loves him too much? Because she's afraid to give her heart to anybody that isn't Ridge? Eric, what she doesn't have Ridge is that security blanket anymore.
Jackie, I can't believe you're promoting this.
You don't think that there is any possibility?
Jackie, leave it alone. Just stop it.
We disagree on one key point.
What's that?
I don't think he's going to choose Taylor.
Then you're not as smart as I gave you credit for.
How about this? I got a couple initials for you. RJ. That's his namesake. I don't think he's going to walk away from that boy.
Of course he isn't. He'll be a wonderful father to that baby.
And don't forget about how happy Brooke has made your son. I really don't think you want to see that.
She's a pretty special person.
Well, so is Brooke. Damn it. I told you I didn't want to get dragged into this. I don't want to be in the middle of this. I told you. You know what this feels like to me? Like it's some type of a competition, and it isn't.
You're right, it isn't. In my book, there's absolutely no competition. I think you could see that if you had the chance to meet Taylor. You'd understand exactly what it is I'm trying to tell you.
I am grateful to both of you for helping my family while I was gone.
It's Mom's family too, Taylor.
Look, I'm not trying to belittle how much you mean to my children. But I'm home now, and I want to raise my children in a healthy environment. I came back home giving you the benefit of the doubt, and then I find out about Nick, and I find out about Deacon.
With Stephanie's biased perspective.
I don't care what the circumstances were. We all make mistakes. Some of us learn from them, some of us don't.
Like me. What a convenient assumption.
You're caught in a vicious cycle. It's a cycle I don't want my children to fall into. Now, Bridget's turned out fine. But, you know, from my professional experience, I have to wonder if she does suffer from some kind of confusion from time to time. She must.
Stop dragging my daughter into this.
I'm not trying to do... I'm trying to... Hello.
Hello, Taylor. I was wondering if you're busy.
Sort of, Stephanie.
Well, I have someone I'd like you to meet.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. I'll be right over. Bye.
What did Stephanie want?
Listen, I was trying to tell you that I'm not trying to condemn anyone.
Could have fooled me.
Why don't you try to see this from my perspective? I come home to the man that I'm still legally married to, and I'm forced to sleep in another room. I am really trying to be patient, but frankly, my patience is running out. Brooke, this is my home. Ridge is my husband. And it really is time for us to come to an understanding to work this out as peacefully as we possibly can.
As long as you stay and I go, is that it?
Let's just say you've definitely overstayed your welcome.
She drives me crazy.
Taylor was being rather sanctimonious.
Well, it's easy to be Miss Little Perfect when you've been in a coma for a few years. You can't really make a lot of mistakes in a coma.
Mother, don't let her get to you like this.
I wasn't. I was trying not to. But it's kind of hard when she's questioning my parenting skills.
You have been nothing but a loving and caring mother to those children.
Yes. And she acknowledged that until...
Until what?
Stephanie. We are getting along and handling everything civilly, putting our children's needs before our own, until Stephanie jumped in and stirred up the pot like she always has. And she's probably doing it right now.
And you're going to persevere like you always do.
Oh, honey, I just hate fighting so much. I fought all my life to be with Ridge, and I fought for Stephanie's respect, and I thought I had it. And now I realize I don't. She hates me, and she always will. She wants me out of her family for good. A family that I love so much.
If Stephanie can't see the goodness in you, then it's her loss. Oh, Mom, come here.
Honey, it's times like this and you realize who your real friends are. Thank you for being there for me. I really need you.
I am here. Me and Nick. We're gonna get you through this.
You know, Stephanie, it's not just you. Even Bridget. Everybody who talks about this woman, they talk about her as though she's some sort of a saint.
That should tell you something.
Well, I never cared much for saints.
Well, that would explain your attraction for Brooke.
Let's talk about Brooke, shall we? It's just me and you here, Stephanie. Now, you say you want me to protect her. But all you really want is for your son to be with Taylor. You really don't care what happens to Brooke, do you?
But you do. You care about Brooke and you care about her children. And I know that you do not want those babies to go through what Bridget and Rick did for years. All of her self-worth is tied up in being Mrs. Ridge Forrester. That's not healthy, Nick. Taylor, I'm so happy that you're here.
Hi. Oh, what's going on?
I have someone you'd meet. Nick Maroney, this is Taylor.
Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Wow. So, you're Ridge's brother.
Sort of.
He and Brooke are also very, very good friends. That's why I've asked him to help.
Help with what?
To encourage Brooke to step aside gracefully so that you can be back with your family.
Really?
Taylor just wants to be back in her home with her husband and her family where she belongs. I think that's what's going to happen. And I want him to talk to Brooke, to tell her what she needs to hear, not what she wants to hear. I really do want to minimize the heartache she's going to go through. And I want Taylor to have the opportunity to get on with her life. Please, Nick, talk to her. I'm asking you to help me, Nick. Help me to do what I believe is best for my family. I want Brooke to walk away before it becomes a really ugly, ugly fight. If she keeps on believing that she has a chance, then it's going to be all the more devastating for her when Ridge chooses Taylor. I'm asking you, please, help her to see what is inevitable. Can you do that? Please?
So you think you know exactly how your son feels?
When it comes to his feelings about Taylor, absolutely.
What about his feelings for Brooke? They have a young child together, and he's the father of that child.
He's never going to abandon that baby.
Oh, he's just going to abandon the baby's mother. Is that it? Or that's just what the two of you are hoping?
Obviously, you're very uncomfortable with this.
Uncomfortable with what? No, really, clear that up for me. What would I be uncomfortable with? The fact that this isn't my decision, it's Forrester's decision, and I'm drugged right in the middle of it?
Well, because I'm hoping that you will try to do something that will spare the children's feelings and make Brooke understand that she should not create World War III here.
And how do I do that? You said make her understand. What do I make her understand? Give up your marriage? Make her understand that she's supposed to throw away everything that matters in her life?
You see this from Brooke's point of view. That's quite understandable, Nick. If you spend some time with Taylor, you might see her point of view. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that you are the person that can convince Brooke to walk away with her head held high, and that it is in her best interest, and it would be the smartest and most loving gesture for everyone involved, herself included.
Ah, boy. This whole thing stinks. You agree with her, don't you?
If you're asking if Stephanie is speaking for me,
I asked you if you agreed with her, given the two of you are so close.
we're friends, Nick.
Well, Brooke's my friend.
Which is exactly why I'm hoping.
I know what you're hoping, Stephanie. Please. Unlike you, I don't stick my nose in other people's business.
Perhaps I've taken the wrong tack.
You think?
Here's what I think, Nick. I'm going to leave the two of you alone so that you can speak to one another candidly.
Ha! You are beautiful, baby. Just hand me off to the shrink. See if she can do any better.
Brooke is always talking about destiny. Well, Nick, destiny is standing here, right in your face. You may be sympathetic to Brooke, but you have to see that this is what was and is meant to be. Try and keep that in mind. I'll talk to you later.
So did you two plan this precious time we're spending together?
Excuse me?
Well, I don't know. You want your husband back. Pretty desperate time for you.
I had no idea she was going to talk to you about this. And I can see you're very uncomfortable being put in this position, so if you don't want to stick around.
I don't want to stick around. And I will be going. But I'm not going to leave until you and I come to an understanding about something. You see, Brooke's not the one who has to make a decision here. You do.
You are really protective of Brooke.
Well, I'd say somebody has to be, wouldn't you?
I know you think Stephanie is just being bitter, and I know you don't want to hear this, but Brooke has hurt a lot of people in this family, including Ridge, the man she says she loves so much.
Actually, I would like to hear this. Tell me, how has Brooke hurt Ridge?
Stephanie told me about Porta Vista.
Did she? Well, it didn't happen the way Stephanie would like you to believe it did.
You didn't follow Brooke down to the foundry and sleep with her the day after she thought Ridge
It
had
wasn't
died?
like that. It wasn't anything like that. No, I wish it hadn't happened, but it did. And I can't take that back. But don't for 1 second think that it was Brooke's fault, because it wasn't.
You take full responsibility?
Hey, I don't have to explain myself to you, lady. Just know that Brooke has been a hell of a wife. And she's been a great mother to your children.
Which I told her I appreciate. And I also told her I don't appreciate the choices she's been making. I cannot allow someone like Brooke to be an influence on my children.
Well, then make the right decision. Take your children and move out.
Why should my children be without their father? I am still legally married to Ridge.
So that means it's okay to take Ridge and rip him away from Hope and RJ and their life?
That is not what would happen.
Really? Well, then I'm sure you'll have no problem looking little Hope in the eye and saying, Daddy's going away for good, will you?
You know I don't want that any more than you do, Nick.
Good. Because Hope's a special little girl. She's special to me. She's been through her share.
Ridge would never abandon her.
Guy's in a tough spot. 2 wives, 2 families. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes for anything in the world.
But what if you were?
If I were, I know I couldn't look little Hope in the eye and tell her she couldn't live with Daddy anymore. And I couldn't hold RJ in my arms and tell him things aren't going to be the same with Mommy. I grew up not having an old man. I know the scars it leaves. So I think the real question here is, what would you do, given that you're this loving, compassionate person? You know the mind in your mother, and you know what broken families do to children. Hope is a wide-eyed, beautiful young girl who needs what every young girl needs. She needs a secure, stable, loving family. She needs people she can count on. Don't take that from her. I'm asking you to give her a chance at happiness. Give her a chance at something special. It'd tear Forrester apart, look at it that way. So, I'm asking you to leave that family alone. Can you do that? Don't do it. I'm asking you. Don't take Brooke's kids away from their father.
You really care about them.
More than you know.
There was a time when you thought it might be your family.
That's right.
So you still care about RJ and Hope?
They changed me. My priorities, the way I look at the future. I never spent time with a family. Kids. But being around Brooke and her children, I guess you could say it made me the man I am today.
What's wrong?
Nick's assistant said he left after getting a phone call from Stephanie.
Stephanie asked to see Nick? She called Taylor, too.
But why? What is Stephanie up to?
What else? She's on a mission. Now Taylor and Stephanie are going to turn Nick against me.
Nick, I know that you want what's best for RJ and Hope.
And so does Brooke.
And you don't think I do? Look, we all want to find a way to solve this without anybody getting hurt.
The children are the ones who shouldn't be hurt.
I agree. But there are other children besides RJ and Hope. There's Thomas and my girl.
That's different. They're not little kids anymore.
So what? They don't deserve to get back the family that was practically stolen from them?
They've got you back. That should be enough.
Oh, okay. So that's a good rationalization, that because my children are older, they should be able to understand what's happening. Well, as a psychiatrist, I can also make the case that younger children adapt to divorce much easier than teenagers.
Now who's rationalizing?
Well, I suppose that depends on your point of view.
Spoken like a true shrink.
Why should I divorce my husband? A man who loves me? He does love me, Nick. And I'm telling you, when he makes this decision after he searches his heart, he is going to choose a life with me.
Mom, there's no way that Stephanie can turn Nick against you.
Well, that's why she got Taylor involved. If Taylor can get through to Nick,
It's not gonna change the way he feels about you or the kids.
Stephanie and Taylor think I'm a bad influence.
Mom, Taylor has been in a coma for years. She doesn't know what kind of mother you've been. And Nick knows that Stephanie has an agenda. He's not gonna buy it.
I'd hold off moving into that master suite if I were you.
You don't believe Ridge will choose to stay with me. Nick, Brooke has had her sights set on Ridge long before I even came in the picture, but she's never been able to keep him. In a successful relationship, two people have to share the same goals, the same values.
You finished yet?
Maybe Brooke has been trying to become a better person, but her behavior still, it can't be excused.
Forrester has made his mistakes too, let's not forget.
Well, maybe that's why he's been able to give her the benefit of the doubt. And I suppose I could too if her choices didn't affect my children, but it does.
Your children? She would never do anything to hurt your children. She's been a good mother to them, and you know it.
You're defending her
That's right.
because you think she deserves to be happy.
Yes, I do.
Because you're her friend?
Yes.
Because you love her. You love Brooke.
They teach you these little tricks in school, don't they?
That wasn't a trick. It was a question. And I find it interesting that you didn't answer it.
Don't go baiting a fisherman, lady. I know what you're doing here.
I'm trying to have an honest conversation with you. This isn't a game to me. I know that people's lives are at stake.
Including Brooks.
Do you really think it's a good idea to marry Bridget when you clearly still have such strong feelings for her mother?
Is this all you, or did Stephanie help write some of this dialogue?
You're getting defensive again.
It's because I'm not going to let you spin this around on me. My wedding's on hold, but I am going to marry Bridget.
What did she do to hurt you? What are you afraid of? She is going to need someone, Nick. Someone who loves her and her children.
She already has that. And I'm not going to let you take it away from her.
No, Nick. No. Ridge is not the one who has a choice to make. You do. Is it going to be Bridget or Brooke?
Hey.
Hey, if you're here to see Bridget...
No, I want to talk to you.
I know you were with Stephanie and Taylor.
Oh, you do? Well, I wish I'd have known what they wanted before I went over there.
They wanted to talk to you about me.
Yeah,
So what did they say?
they said a lot of things.
They tried to turn you against me. Well, they have the ammunition. My past, all the mistakes that I've made.
Brooke, you have been a wonderful mother to those kids, and they love you. And Ridge loves you.
Well, they don't want to see it that way, do they?
Taylor wants a life with Ridge. Stephanie supports that.
We already knew that. What else did they say? Tell me, Nick. Please, tell me. What did they say? I can handle it.
They're not so much concerned about who Ridge ends up with, they're pretty convinced it's going to be Taylor. They're more concerned about me.
You.
Who I'm going to end up with.
But you're engaged to Bridget.
Exactly. So they're just doing this to distract everyone from what the real problem is here, the real issue.
And how are they going to distract us?
Because they're twisting everything up. They're trying to paint some picture of how you're going to be. How lonely you're going to be. How you're going to need someone to turn to when the dust settles here. And when Ridge winds up with Taylor. They're convinced that we're going to wind up together.
He's a very interesting man.
I didn't leave you two alone to make small talk.
Does he even know how?
He is pretty straightforward.
He reminds me a lot of Massimo. But it did become obvious to me that Brooke and her children are very important to him.
Oh, he cares about them.
Actually, Nick cares more deeply than he's been willing to admit.
What Stephanie and Taylor are saying is sick. You're engaged to my daughter, for God's sakes.
And I'm totally committed to your daughter.
But they don't think I care about that. I mean, they actually believe that I would steal away my own daughter's fiancé. And they want you to believe that, too.
Well, I don't. I don't think you're going to lose Forrester either. Now, Brooke, Stephanie, Taylor, my mother, they don't know what they're talking about.
Your mother? She's in on this, too?
No, you know my mother's crazy about you.
Well, they have been saying the same things.
Well, probably because she'd like to have you as a daughter-in-law.
But you told her that's not going to happen, right? Our relationship ended a long time ago.
Absolutely.
Well, then why is she doing this? Why does she still think that there's a chance for you and me? Nick, please, be honest with me. You told me that you were 100% committed to my daughter. Please tell me that that's true.
What did he say?
Well, I know you wanted me to try to persuade him to talk to Brooke.
Well, I thought that he might be able to get her to step aside gracefully.
He wouldn't even consider the possibility.
Denial can be contagious.
I think there's more to it than that. He got really defensive every time we started talking about the children.
It was very difficult for him to step aside, even after he found out he wasn't RJ's father.
I'll bet it was even more difficult for him to walk away from Brooke.
He's still in love with her.
That's my professional opinion.
That's my greatest fear.
Which is sad for Bridget, after all she's been through with the men in her life.
Jacqueline tried to warn her. She did. Not a lot of good things you can say about that woman, but she does know her son.
Maybe if somebody close talked to Bridget.
Well, that has to be Nick.
Oh, he doesn't want to be that guy. No, he doesn't want to disappoint her.
Well, he's going to in the long run. Once Brooke is available, he'll be over there just like that.
Nick, I want you to tell me if I have a chance against Taylor.
My opinion of Taylor doesn't matter here.
It matters to me.
No, I've said this before. This is about you, Forrester, and Taylor. Everybody else should just stay out of it, including me.
Oh, my God. You don't want to tell me.
I don't need to tell you anything. You know your husband better than anyone.
I'm asking about Taylor. Please, Nick, be honest with me.
Okay. I told her that I think Forrester belongs with you, Hope, and RJ. But on the other hand, she does have her children to look out for.
She made a good case.
Well, it's what she does. She's a shrink.
You were impressed by her. Well, why wouldn't you be? I mean, she is brilliant. She's beautiful and intelligent and moral, everything that Stephanie says that I'm not.
Stop it. Stop it.
No, maybe she's right. Taylor is practically a saint. Why would I even think that I could compete with that, Nick? She's perfect. Why would I think Ridge would choose me over her?
Do you know how you sound? You sound ridiculous.
I'm disagreeing with you, Nick. She is impressive.
So what? So what? What is impressive? The fact that she looks good or the fact that she's smart? Well, you want to know something? So are you. That woman could walk on water, and I would think no less of you. And you talk as though this is some kind of competition. Well, it's not. You know, you have a great opportunity here. You have an opportunity to see yourself, to see how special you really are, to look and see how someone like me sees you. But you don't. You talk about how impressive she is and how successful she is.
Well, she is. Her marriage, her career, her kids.
Oh, blah, 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 marriage, kids. You know, you ran Forrester Creations. You ran that company through the most successful years, and you were a mother, too. You raised a family. Her kids. You raised her kids as though they were your own. That's not easy. And I know those kids love you for it. You're not just a regular mom either, you know. Pretty special at that. I know Rich thinks so. RJ and Hope. And there's one word that describes them. Lucky. They're lucky to have you as a mom. So, who cares what Stephanie says? You just take my word for it. St. Taylor's got nothing over you, baby.
I can't deny I've made mistakes.
Well, I don't see perfect stamped on anyone's forehead here. Let me ask you something. How do you think Taylor would do if she was battling Stephanie through all of this? You see, if I ever had to go to war, I'd want you on my side. Because you don't know how to give up. So, all that talk about throwing the towel in, we gotta stop that.
You always know the right thing to say.
Just lucky.
Thank you, Nick. I don't know what I would do without you.
Well, you're never gonna have to find out. Because no matter what, I'll always be there for you.